check you out.
Peace and blessings, love and light to all you infinite beings. This is the Infinity Podcast. I am Khalid J. Lamb, aka Lamb Nation 98. I am here with my friend, my best friend, my co-host, Amari Seabrook.
Thank you for having me, brother. Peace and love and blessings to all of you out there, you infinite beings. I'm extremely fortunate to be here and ready to share with you guys some experience and insight.
Right. We got a good podcast today, man. What you want to talk about? What are we doing?
We're on our way back from a camping trip.
Right.
We had a great experience. Very insightful.
Camping trip up in Maryland. Can you tell them a little bit more about what the camping trip was for, what it was supposed to be, and like some of the stuff we did and supposed to do?
So the camping trip was supposed to be a time for us to meet and connect with like-minded, spiritual,
conscious
people, and just to learn and spread love. They had services offered along with.
They was doing yoga, massages,
absolutely,
bamboo workshops, teaching you how to work with tools.
What else?
How many people was out there when we was out there? Like 30?
Man, 30, a little in between 30 and 40, probably like 35.
What? All black people?
All black. It was a ratio of about 2 women to 1 guy.
Right.
It was a very beautiful environment.
Very natural, very free.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was nice. They had a basketball court out there.
Yep.
They had food. They had a generator. So it was a nice setup, very nicely organized. How much we paid? About $170 to go out there.
Yes.
To be a part of the event and attend the space and be a part of the family. So we didn't stay there too long. We stayed one night?
1 night.
1 night, half a day. How was your experience the 1 night, half a day that we stayed?
It was enlightening. It was very warming. I slept a lot. I got bit by mosquitoes a lot. But other than that, I got to eat a lot of good fruit. Got to learn different point of views and just different walks on the conscious and just on the conscious spirituality side. It was very dope just to meet like-minded people, like I said, and just to be approached with such good energy.
Okay, so being that this is supposed to be a spirituality podcast somewhat, what do you think that camping can do for spirituality, and then just also being in that type of community? What does it do for your consciousness or spirituality?
I think it helps you maintain the intent to have purpose. I think it helps you also maintain your vibrations or increase vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Being in nature was just, even for such a short time, it felt tranquil. It was very, very dark at night. Very cool to see all the
stars.
All the stars, yes.
The sky is beautiful.
It was very beautiful. And all the life, all the animals, the insects, hearing the birds in the morning, at night. It was beautiful. As far as having a community like that, I can't speak to having a community like that because I am not part of one. But as far as that community that I was just welcome to,
right?
It was very cool. I mean, as long as you're able to be a part of a community, but still have your individualism or your principles, and still be open-minded, is very cool. And then being around conscious people, I should say, it was a different energy, different vibe. A lot of things that I worry about on the day-to-day, or as I say, in the real world, they were just obsolete there.
So can we define conscious wokeness or conscious people? Who are these woke people that we're talking? Like what makes somebody conscious? How are these people? Or I don't want to isolate them. How are the people that we just came from different from like maybe people in the real world or people who are unconscious? What are the similarities and differences?
So, I like how you question. That's a good one. I would say people are people, right? You know, the conscious woke group. What I see when I think of that is, you know, you're gonna get your dreads. You're gonna get your.
We going stereotypes. The first thing you in their locks, bro. You're
gonna see locks. You're gonna see women and men with abundance of armpit hair. You're gonna see bare feet.
Abundance.
You're gonna smell incense. You're gonna see.
What incense?
You're gonna see a lot of freeness.
Free. Okay.
A lot of freeness.
Now we getting down to the. Okay.
A lot of open-mindedness, I guess.
Right.
Holistic practices, and like I said, a lot of locks.
Right.
What does it mean to you?
So when I think of consciousness, I do think of those stereotypical things, but that is not what defines consciousness. I think a lot of conscious people are natural, do have locks. A lot of them practice polyamory. What else? They walking around, no shirts on, the women, you know what I'm saying, barefoot. But I don't think that defines the consciousness or the conscious people and community. I think more so consciousness is defined by the word love. It's defined by the word awareness. Being open-minded. And then also striving to be the higher version or best version of yourself and always improving, always self-reflecting. I think that's an accurate depiction of consciousness.
It's a beautiful answer. It's beautiful.
Another stereotypical, a lot of conscious people are also spiritual people that lean more towards zodiac, astrology, numerology, tarot, what's some other stuff? Metaphysics. So when you say consciousness, a lot of conscious people also practice spirituality. So that's what I think of, and that's what we experienced when we were there.
Very true. And what was something that you would expect from the conscious community that you saw while there? What was something you wouldn't expect from the conscious community that you saw while there?
Something that I expected that I saw there was just the diet or livid that people ate. There was an abundance of fruit. And what else did we eat other than fruit? It was fruit the whole time we there. So I expected a lot of vegan. That's like a stereotype, consciousness. That's what I think of. So definitely was a lot of vegans there, raw fruit diets, things of that nature. One thing that was there that I did not expect to be there was the music. So after we did our introductions, it was maybe like 10:30 at night. Everybody was vibing, chilling out. We did our introductions, and it was just kind of like, everybody socializing, social hour, maybe like 11 o'clock. And it was like turned up with the speaker playing the twerk music and all of that stuff, and the women was dancing. So I kind of expected the dancing, but just like what the music was playing. But that goes back. The stereotypical consciousness don't got to be always to the drum. You know what I'm saying? They still was listening to regular music and referencing Nas and Jay, like, you know what I'm saying, regular people. Consciousness doesn't mean so far removed from society that you can't relate to every other person in the world, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or like the conscious community so just isolated from the rest of the world. Like, most of them grew up as regular inner city, probably, you know what I'm saying, country people, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the consciousness is a choice for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They weren't raised into it. Would you agree? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people, I didn't get to ask, but just like from previous experiences, people chose to be conscious or chose to be spiritual. It's not that it was just indoctrinated on them. So what about you? What did you see that you expected, and what's that one thing that you didn't expect to see that you saw?
I expected
Come on, you asking me. You got answers for the question you asking me.
I expected to do yoga.
Oh, you expected yoga. Bro, they was doing yoga twice. They did morning yoga and they was about to do what, bamboo yoga? They was doing bamboo yoga later that day.
That was very, very, very expected, and I never even knew bamboo yoga was a thing, so that was cool to see.
Yeah.
Or just just to hear them talk about it. I don't even know if I got to see it. And one thing I didn't expect, I want to be blunt with the podcast. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I know
say, you about to say the free flow of the people.
No, I'm gonna say the beauty of the woman.
Oh,
that's wrong.
That's wrong. That's wrong. It was bro. It's gonna be some fine women. Yeah. When you talk about conscious community, you gonna see some fine women.
I expected locks.
You gonna see some thick women.
Armpit froze and
you seen some of that.
Yeah, but I didn't expect the level of beauty that I saw.
Some nice bodies.
It was beauty inside out, faces, bodies. It was
but the level of the playing field, I didn't say it last night at the fire, but I wanted to commend the women for the femininity and the feminine energy. When you said beauty, like the faces, the smells, their voices, it was just purely versus like some women that talk like this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was like purely feminine, but I also appreciated the masculine energy. I don't know if you picked up on that, but I didn't appreciate it like a woman might appreciate it, but I seen dudes. It was fit dudes out there. It was dudes that prepped the camp, that started the fire. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated the masculine in that because in a world where the gender roles are so
fluid,
non-existent, it was nice to see. It was nice to see masculine men, but it was very nice to see the masculine women. So, yeah.
What else?
So you had asked about why don't we have more spaces like this? Excuse me. What do you think? Oh Lord, we're in the car driving. They tried to take us out. But do you think these spaces would benefit everybody or just conscious people? Because like, I think maybe it isn't more spaces because the conscious community or the spiritual people are so far and few between to build the community. You might have 100 people in a 100-mile radius that want to do this. So that's why the one guy from Chicago, he took an 11-hour drive every weekend to come to this because maybe it's not a need for spirituality, and not a need, but it's not a want for spirituality in the Chicago community. Do you think that's just Do you think it's not there because the people don't want it, or just because people haven't took the initiative to make these spaces? Which one?
I think it's the people not taking initiative to make the spaces. I also want to answer that first question. I don't know how I feel about just you asked if I feel like it's something I would recommend for everyone, like specifically this type of community. Right. I just feel like I would recommend people not to get trapped in their community, but to find your community, even if it's just yourself. But like the community definitely, basically, I wasn't there long enough to basically see the full effects. But based on one day, if I had to amplify that one day with this community, I don't think I would have been very affected by it. However, I could see people there that it had a major effect on. So I would say, I guess
that would make that a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't used to it, but that exposure. So I get what you. So just to be exposed to as many things as possible.
Yep.
And as many, you know what I'm saying.
I don't know if you agree with. I want to hear your opinion on this. I could make the lifestyle that they were trying to present there, the one we just came from. I can make that a lifestyle. I just wouldn't have been willing to make it a lifestyle with them.
Okay.
But not like, I mean, based on that first day. You know what I'm saying? But I can see people there who would have made a lifestyle off that first day. And it's though, that's not a shot at them. It's just like, to each their own. But I had fun. I had a good time.
Bro, and I commend what they're doing. I commend this type of community, this type of camp. Because think about church. Church is a community. Yeah. And the same way what do you think of when you think of conscious community? What do you think of when you think of church community? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, as far as a lot of black people are exposed to the church community.
Yeah.
Some people say stay, some people leave, some people hate it, never go back. And then you're lost for community, but you still seek community. And if the only community that you know and the black community is the church community or the gang community, I like that that's a third option where you can find solace or peace or happiness, where you can find tribe and find community. If you find it in the church group, I like that. If you find it in the Muslims, I like that. If you find it in LGBTQ, I mean, that's your thing, I like that. And if you find it in spirituality, I like that too. In the conscious community.
So let me ask you this: do you think, for your own personal life, do you think you have share the insight you've gained from being open-minded, or if you could go deeper, you could just do open-minded, or specifically practicing or being open
a
to
part of these spaces?
Well, spirituality and Christianity.
So are you saying the spaces, like being in doing events like this, or are you just saying just being exposed to spirituality and religion just on my own?
Yeah, the second one. Like specifically like what they are, which is what just having the insight you've gained from having both.
Oh, I don't remember your first question, so we just gonna answer the second question. Nah, you remember? Okay. Alright, so to give you some background, the church was not forced on me. Christianity was not forced on me. I was not no brainwashed Christian, grew up in the church. I was exposed to Christianity, I was exposed to the church, I was exposed to Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, and I was exposed to Muslim. You get what I'm saying? So what I took from my Christianity experiences is basically the Bible, and believing in the Bible, knowing that even on the surface, what was written may not be exactly correct. It is a deeper interpretation and a deeper meaning behind the things in the Bible that I should find for myself to understand, to live a better life. So I took that from Christianity. From Jehovah's Witnesses, I took certain things as far as their devotion. From Muslim, I took certain things as far as being, I would just say, to sum it up, being pro-black. I don't know, just being Muslim is very pro-black to me, the way I was taught, you know what I'm saying? Because Christianity in America can be very whitewashed, but the Muslim was very pro-black. Now with spirituality came me practicing vegan and being a plant-based lifestyle. I just started this raw vegan diet, so hopefully thank you, I'm trying to keep that up. So I feel like if I was never in the spirituality community, I wouldn't have been doing the vegan, the yoga. I feel like spirituality led me to yoga. It led me to deeper senses of self-reflection. I've always been a self-improvement person, but I've been a self-improvement maybe like on the outside world or the physical world, you know what I'm saying? Improving finances, improving career, improving my body, improving fitness. But spirituality taught me to improve my mind, improve my ego, improve my spirit, improve my, you know what I'm saying? It taught me to really go within.
How important has self-reflection been to you for your growth?
From throughout my whole life, or just from a spirituality standpoint?
From a spirituality standpoint.
And you said how important has it been? I would say it's been important. I wouldn't say it's been very important, like it was like, but it was an element that I felt like I was missing, and now that I have that element, you know what I'm saying, the element of Christianity, element of blackness, element of, you know what I'm saying, like all of these elements, that's just one more piece in my infinity stones that I can use to my disposal, you know what I'm saying? So now that's another tactic of being vegan, like, you know what I'm saying? Because even without the spirituality, I had the locks. Even without the spirituality, I was working out, I was gardening, but I wasn't vegan. I was in yoga, I was doing self-improvement, but I wasn't doing self-improvement on that level. So basically, it just was another, like I said, infinity stone that just kicked me up a notch. Now I got more weapons in my arsenal to use.
Good analogy.
Yeah.
So when it comes to self-reflection within your life, What does that process look like for you?
That's a tough one. So that process basically looks like self-reflection, journaling. Definitely looks like journaling. It definitely looks like deep breathing and meditation, just thinking. What are my thoughts? What thoughts are mine? What thoughts are my own? What thoughts are just creeping in and coming from other places? You know what I'm saying? The yoga, the stretching, self-reflection, just how can I invest in myself? You know what I'm saying? I was always investing in myself, but the spirituality took it investing in myself on a deeper sense, to the point where I thought investing in myself would be going back to school and getting a college degree. That's just like on my own cognizance and from other sources. But spirituality, investing in yourself, is how can I sustain myself on my own? You know what I'm saying? Forget how can I go to college degree, get a better job, and you know what I'm saying? How can I live off the land? How can I live in the woods? How can I network? How can I barter and trade? You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So would you say you have you had a spiritual experience? Like, how has spirituality contributed in your life? There we go. No. I gotta be prepared for your answer. I forgot your dad is and y'all gotta listen up. Y'all gotta listen up for this. Spirituality plays a big life in this man's part. So,
I would just say,
Nah, say it all, bro. Don't try to sum it up. They want to hear it. They want to hear it all.
Keep left onto time.
So my dad has endeavored with a lot of religion, and then after his religious endeavors, we kind of took the learnings that resonated with him from those, and it kind of led to spirituality. I would say for me, it has been what has made the most sense to me. I've always asked in prayer that God gave me proof, or and I'm thankful that He was able to afford that to me through, like, I guess, the spiritual practices that have been worked for me or towards me, meaning like practitioners, so like I guess psychics. My first experience with spirituality, I guess, would be, it's always been in my life, but like, I guess on earth, I would say like a psychic, and then just applying, not getting so stuck on the psychic being able to predict or tell me things through, her channel or medium, but more me asking her, well, how did you get to this point of intuitiveness, or of intuition, of just being able to connect to that side? So then, of course, I never had, right now, I have no plans of trying to be a psychic or a spiritual worker, which, I mean, when I'm at my best, I am a spiritual worker, but I mean literally, like, as a spiritual worker for other people. I guess I would say I just wanted to know how they increase the attributes associated with that. Once I started trying to apply that in my own life, it has been very incremental due to, my shortcomings. But I can say that I have seen the proof of it. I've increased my intuition. Yeah, like I've done things that I could say align with the spirituality that I believe in, which, like, chakras, raising your vibrations, figuring out how to raise your intuition, figuring out how to connect with your higher self and your spirit guides, things like that. So, like, I've seen the proof in the pudding, and that has been my spiritual testimony. Like, I can speak to what I have seen change and grow through my spiritual endeavors. And I don't know, just sometimes when I lose sight, I'm reminded that I have proof, like, through my own life as a testimony. So it's just
so. And this is a general question, just in case people are wondering. And your experience in your own words, it doesn't have to be definite. Just if somebody asks you this question, how would you try to explain it to them? So, when you say spirituality, I don't know if you realize you said spirituality, and the first thing you did was reference God. That may be confusing to some people who are new to spirituality, because some people think spirituality means you don't believe in God. So what is the connect between spirituality and God, I guess, for you, maybe for all people? And then how does this spirituality differ from maybe a Christian religion or a Muslim religion? Like how is this? Isn't spirituality just Christian? You just said God, you're a Christian. Like how, that's the statement. So how would you respond to that?
Beautiful. So, like, great question. For me,
Mhm.
I feel like we are celestial beings. And I feel like, more simply, we're energetic beings. And I feel like the energy that's in us all, whether it comes from God, a higher power, or whatever, I feel like that essence is of love and light. Mm-hmm. And that's how I identify the God that I serve, the God that's in me, and the God that's in us all. So, like, spirituality to me is that essence that connects us all through love and light. And I believe that is provided by God.
Say it one more time.
Stay in the middle lane.
Spirituality for me is that essence that's in us all, that flows of love and light through God. And yeah, that's how I did it.
Because we are celestial beings.
Yep, we're celestial beings or energetic beings. And
right.
That energy that's in us, that life force that's with us after we leave the flesh, I feel like that is of love and light, and I feel like that's God.
So I would comment and say, on a surface level, what you're saying does differ from Christianity, but I feel like if you dig deeper, it's kind of like it's very similar.
Yeah, because what's the Holy Spirit and the what's the Trinity? What's the Holy Spirit, God? Hold on, damn, I'm sounding bad right now. I'm sorry, chat.
What you mean? Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, there we go. I just feel like, but no. Explain how you feel like when you look deeper, it does make sense on a Christianity.
Okay, so you can see the separation on the surface. If you just that definition, you say that's not Christianity, that's not the Bible, that's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not the same thing. But then when you look deeper into the Bible and what the Bible and certain Christians say that no, they say God is love. God is love. That's the first thing they would teach you. And what did you say? You said that love and light. That you said it comes from God.
Yep.
And is in us.
Yep.
And then so they say God is love. And then what else do they say in the Bible about us being like God? Is what is a specific scripture?
I don't know.
That's just bad. Bro, we know it. We just talking. It's like something like Father, like Son type thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Father, like Son.
Yeah, saying the same powers in God. So that's why I said on the surface you might try to differentiate that, but then when you dig deeper, it is similarities.
I want, if you guys are willing, I want y'all to just try to practice something that I just seen Khalid do. And I want to say this is impressive. A lot of times when we comparing things, we'll always tell, well, this side says, well, this side doesn't do this, and this side doesn't do that. Or this side says, don't do this side says, don't do that. Well, if you're going to do that, also ask yourself, well, what do all sides say to do?
Right.
What are the similar things from each side that what are the consistencies of what to do from each side, not what not to do. Right. And you'll find exactly what you just said, love and light. Or just love. At least love. Love.
It might be light somewhere in there too, but we at least got the love down. I was gonna ask you one more thing. I cannot remember though.
No worries.
Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah. What were the pros and cons, if any, or if it's simply just an experience you can share, or if not, no worries, of having two parents of two different religions?
The pros is I'm not a brainwashed anything. I'm not brainwashed of one religion. The same way I believe in God and I believe in the Bible, I can believe in Allah and I can believe in the Quran. It was just as easy to believe in both. Neither one was forced on me. My dad was very prevalent in my life. My dad taught me as many Muslim beliefs as my mom taught me Christian beliefs, and both were not even like, it was very minimal. Like it wasn't in my life for real. It was very minimal, the amount of religion that was put into my life.
Wow.
Cons of that is maybe it took me a long time, and I still haven't got there. It took me but that's not even a con, bro. I was about to say the con is that I'm still not solidified in my spiritual and religious beliefs. I would rather take my time and figure out what resonates with me, try to get it right, or not right, but what resonates with me the most, solidify my beliefs versus just hardcore believing my daddy's this, my mama's that, my grandma this. We've been this religion since the days of the days for hundreds of thousands of years. Whether it's wrong or right, it's just people that hold on to these beliefs across all religions, across all spirituality, across all beliefs, across all atheists, you know what I'm saying? And they just believe it because their parents believe it. They haven't took the time to test. Bro, I question my religious beliefs all the time, bro. But I don't question it, and I don't want that to make it sound disrespectful, because I think it says not to question God, or people tell you not to question God. Bro, if I question something, it's not bad, as long as I circle back to like, oh, that's the right answer, you know what I'm saying? So let me break it down a little bit more. Let's say you have a multiple choice question, right? What is 2 plus 2? And the options are 0, 2, 4, and 6, right? What is 2 plus 2? We all know the answer is 4, right?
Absolutely.
So now the questioning of the beliefs is, why is it not 0? So you got the answer right with 4, but you about to, bro, now it's like, but prove it to me. Now you really about to solidify it. Somebody said, not even somebody, you said to yourself, well, why is it not 0? Because something plus something has to be another number, so I know it's not 0. So boom, like now you only got 3 choices. You're solidifying that the answer is 4 even more, bro. I see. Yeah, we just seen a cow on the side of the road. There's a lot of farmland out here. It's real nice out here, but we like hours south of DC. We somewhere in Maryland. So yeah, it's very beautiful out here. But bro, not only do I know my answer is right, I know why the other stuff is not right.
I have a question. If you solidify your spirituality or your religion, does that mean you solidify your relationship with God?
Yes. By in fact, I don't want to say questioning, but by in fact questioning God, you solidify your relationship with God if you come back to that same 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay. Right? But now if you do the math and 2 plus 2 somehow equals 6, that might not be building your relationship with God. But if you thought 2 plus 2 equals 4 and 2 plus 2 actually equals 6, then you need to not align with that no more. You know what I'm saying? You might do need to change your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I said I would rather, when you said what's the pros and cons, bro, I'd rather take my time, and I don't want to necessarily get it right, but maybe I want to be as right as possible. I want to believe as much truth as possible. You know what I'm saying? Versus me believing something that's not. Bro, I read this quote, whatever. It just said, what's one belief that you subscribe to that's not true? Some people can't answer that, bro. What is one belief that you believe that is not true? Everything you believe on earth right now is not true. Every belief that you got in. Well, I believe that the earth is flat. I believe it's round. I believe a mile it takes 15 minutes to walk. Whatever belief you have, they all not true, bro. And honestly, to say it, I don't want to be negative. But no, I'm going to make it a positive. I love people that can admit that they don't know everything. And I love people that can admit that all of their beliefs are not true. I love people like that can challenge their beliefs or say it might not be true, or, man, I need to question this. Because in questioning, you find truth, bro. There's no such thing as a dumb question. When you inquire, you get knowledge, bro.
Yeah, bro. We definitely have to switch.
Okay. You want to keep going with the podcast? What you think? You want to sum it up? That was a nice good talk, bro.
Yeah. I greatly appreciate you for having a talk.
Let's end it on a positive note. Closing. Closing.
I'll close it.
All right.
I just want to say, guys, something that I've learned a lot just from having these conversations with my best friend here is just that stay on your road. Don't let anybody knock you off your road. Don't challenge people on other roads to join your road. Don't compare road. Don't be scared to pull over and walk over to another road.
Right.
Or don't be scared to make a U-turn to drive on another road. It's okay, guys, because you could go on any road, but you will always be in your car.
Is it okay to stay on the same road?
That is absolutely okay. As long as you don't expect anybody to stay on their road or expect anybody to come to your road, and as long as you're okay with other roads, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Awesome. Well, that might be for you, but this is for me.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yes. If the road you're on really is the road closest to God, then all you have to do is walk that road. You're being the change that other people need to see. If your road requires you to act in blasphemy or to outcast others or to force change or things like that, then I promise you it's not the closest to God.
Probably not right. Or it might be right for you, but don't try to force it on other people.
And boy, so last on a good note, even better note.
Right.
Appreciate the ones next to you. Try to give an act of random kindness this week, this month, and try to tell the ones who love you and you love that you love them.
That's good. I like that. This is the Infinity Podcast for all you infinite beings, celestial beings.
That's good.
I love you. Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light. Thank you.
It was the abstract. And me, the 5-footer. I kicks the mad style, so step off the Frankfurter. Yo, Fife, you remember that routine? That way used to make spiffy like Mr. Clean? A tidbit, a smidgen. I don't get the message, so you got to run the pigeon. You're on point, Fife. All the time.